Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy 3. In the last episode we, sealed away the Dark Djinn, and now we can change jobs, which is awesome. Now, currently all four of us are freelancers. Freelancers have some really terrible stats. Just straight up, they have terrible stats. They also can only use level 1 white and black magic, and they don't have a lot of mana anyway. So, although they are able to equip a wide variety of, armors and weapons and stuff, they're not really meant to be played beyond this, first bit of the game. And I've tried, and it's not fun, let me tell you. So let's change up their jobs, shall we? We have Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage, and Thief. Warriors are kind of a very basic tanky character. They don't have any magic, they're purely melee. Monks are a little on the weaker side, or more fragile side, I suppose, but they deal quite a bit of damage once you get them, or get their job levels up higher. White Mages can cast level 1 through 7 eventually, white magic, and they have a lot more mana than a freelancer. Black magic is the same, except black magic. Red mages are kind of interesting because they're kind of a combination between warriors, white mages, and black mages, except they can only cast level 1 through 5 magic. So they're sort of a jack of all trade and master of none. I've actually tried playing a game with only red mages, and it was challenging, but it was actually fun, unlike all the freelancers. Thieves, their primary thing is that they can steal. It's not really all that interesting, so I tend to not really use them. That said, Lunif here is already equipped with the magic to use, or with the white magic to be a white mage. Ark, I feel like he should be a warrior, just because. Refia, I want her to be a monk. And Ingus can be a black mage. Now interestingly, apparently Castle Sasune is known for their red mages. So it would be, applicable to make him a red mage, but I want him to be a black mage. Now you see those down arrows beneath their names. When you change jobs, there's a small adjustment period that lasts a set number of battles, wherein all of their stats are kind of lowered. For each of these, right now, it's only 2 battles. I don't even have to win them, I just have to get into battle and run, and it'll count as 1 battle. It's very, very handy. Now, let's get you guys equipped. And this is why I wanted to buy an extra staff, because he's not going to be using shields, he can't use shields, I may as well put a staff in each hand. Oops, I did not want the vest, I wanted the leather armor. Now Ingus here, weirdly enough, warriors cannot wield the White Slayer. So, like I said, the freelancers could actually wield a wide variety of weapons. The monks can use knuckle weapons. Now if you'll notice, my attack stayed the same once I equipped both of these as it was when I was barehanded. Although it may look like my attack is the same, unarmed and armed damage is calculated differently, so it actually does end up being better if any monks actually, are equipped with weapons. And weirdly enough, black mages can wield staves and bows. Now I've already said I'm not going to equip any bows, so for now he's not going to have any weapons. And let's just get him armored up. And you, since you're a warrior, you cannot use magic anymore, so I'm just going to take that cure spell away from you. And I'm not going to equip sleep just yet. So anyway, let's continue on and go through this circle of light like the crystal told us to do in the last episode. And now we're outside again. So my first order of business, just personally, I'm going to come over here and heal. Ta-da! Alright, now we need to head all the way back to Castle Sasune by walking. We don't have access to our ship, it's on the other side of a puddle. So, yeah. Oh good, a werewolf decided to bother me. Well, let's run away. And actually, that does kind of remind me of something else that I just forgot about. Formation. As I've said, when characters are in the front row, they deal more damage with melee, but they also take more damage. In the back row, they take less damage, but they don't do as much through melee. But magic is unaffected by whatever position they're in, so I like putting my mages in the back row and things like the monk, the warrior, and thieves in the front. So, now we have to meet up with Princess Sarah again. Everyone, Ingus. Lady Sarah, I'm glad to see you are safe. Now we must cleanse the ring in the blessed spring, and that should lift the curse. The blessed spring Let me try that again. The blessed spring Wow, why can't I read this? The blessed spring flows beneath or below Castle Sasune. Let us hurry inside. So if you'll remember, there was a room with some water in it that I said we couldn't really do anything with. Well, that's where we are now. And she hucks in the ring. The curse should be lifted now. You should go speak to Father. And then we just kind of leave. You have returned. Your courageous deeds have saved the kingdom. You have my deepest gratitude. Thank you, sire, but we must go. We've been chosen to be the warriors of the light. Warriors of the light, you say? Ingus, are you leaving as well? Yes, sire. I see, then I bid you all well. Know that our hopes go with you, young champions. Yes, sire. Take this with you. It will surely prove itself useful during your journey. King Sasune presents you with not just any canoe, but a magical folding canoe. So that's cool. Now we're all special, spiffy, and awesome. Because we've got a magic folding canoe. A magical foldable canoe used to cross shallow waters. I wonder what we have to do with this. What could we have to do with this? But first, I want to go see if the princess is in her tower or not. Because I don't remember if she's actually in here just yet, or if she just kind of disappears for a little while. Oh hey, she's actually. Why is there an old man in her room? Look, I don't want to judge, but I'm pretty sure you're canonically 14. Anyway, let's just talk to her. Milady, I have come to bid you farewell before I depart. You had to come here, didn't you? You know how it hurts me to see you go. Now you've made me cry. I must stay by my father's side. I wish I could go with you, but I would only slow you down. Sarah. Aw, what a shame. She can't come with us. Oh well, suck it up, Angus. We're going. I'm so mean to Angus. I actually do like him. He's just so easy to be mean to in these early parts of the game. Now, even though she said that, everyone! It's Lady Sarah. Everyone, be safe. Please promise me you'll come back to Sasune when your duty is done. Bye-bye! Fear not, our word is our bond. We shall return. You didn't wave, you jerk. But there's that done. So, we got a magic canoe, and with it, we can get our ship back. So now that everyone is no longer a ghost, let's go talk to Sid again. But first... Father? I think that was the wrong voice. Refia, you're alright. Thank the heavens, I... Don't cry, Father. Everyone's looking. It doesn't matter. I was so worried about you. Now let's go home. What? Wait, Father? So she's out of the party again. And there's a Moogle here now. Well, let's see. We have a cave. We have Refia to go and rescue. But first, let's go talk to Sid. Hey, Sid. You're, looking less ghosty. Like an outline. Good work. I knew you'd pull it off the moment I saw you. I'm guessing you can make better use of my airship than I can myself. But first, I want you to take me back to Canon. Mrs. Sid's been waiting a mighty long time for me to come back. Sid has joined the party. Now, like Princess Sarah, he's only kind of a special temporary party member. Let's see what you have to say, Sid. Hey, wasn't Refia with you? She was, but her dad took her back home. Huh. At least because it's good to know she's safe and sound. But that's no good. She's supposed to come with us on her journey. Yeah, we should go see about that. Hey, dude, we kinda need her. She's one of the warriors of light or whatever the heck. Sid, you old dog, it's good to see you again, and not through you. I messed up the reading on that. Oh well. Yeah, I hear ya. Say, Taco, we were thinking of busting that rock and Nelv with the airship, but I reckon we need a mythril ram on the ship's bow. Think you can hack one together? A mythril ram, eh? Sounds feasible. Wait here and I'll smith you one in no time. Refia, give me a hand or three, will you? That was some serious smithing. Done and done. Your airship has been fitted with the ram. You'll find it outside Kazus. Sterling handiwork as always, Taka, and fast too. Let's set her up and bust some boulders. But if you notice, Refia hasn't come back. So as much as I would like to go shopping, let's go see where she is. You guys are late. What? But I thought, shouldn't you be... We all promised the crystal we'd go on our journey, and I don't want to be a smith just yet. I am thankful to Father for taking care of an orphan like me all these years, but this is something I have to do. Wait, you're an orphan too? Two? You mean... I'm one too. Wait a minute, I too have no parents. It can't be a coincidence. The crystal must have known. Sounds like it's going to be an interesting journey. Now let's go break that rock. So finally we have Refia back. But we're not going to break a rock just yet because, like I said, we have shopping to do. So first up, in the magic shop, we have Fire, Blizzard, and Sleep. Fire is the only one of these that we don't have yet. Now you'll have to pardon me a minute because I like these learned in a very specific order, and that specific order is what happens when you sort them. So first, Fire, then Blizzard, then Sleep. Next, let's go to the weapon shop. So we have mithril rod, mithril knife, and mithril sword. Ingus can use these, but Lunith cannot, so black mages can use rods where white mages, well, cannot. So let's buy a couple of those. I don't need a mithril knife, because a mithril sword is better, but let's buy one of these anyway. Mithril swords. I'm not going to buy one of those just yet. In the weapon, or armor shop, we have available to us mithril armor, a mithril shield, mithril helm we already have. Let's get a couple of mithril gloves and 2 mithril bracers. And let us equip this new stuff. The bracers, you have new armor, yes, the gloves, and the shield. And you also get gloves, and you get these bracers and the rods, and that should be all the mithril stuff. Let's sort. Yes, that is all the mithril stuff. Now, about that cave that I pointed out. In this cave are the same enemies that are in the sealed cave. So if we were to come into this place earlier when we could first come into Kazus, we would have gotten our butts whooped. But as it stands, these guys are kind of a joke, and I don't feel like fighting them because we've already fought them. And look, he thought he could do some actual damage to Ark. Now as you just saw, I didn't zoom in and see sparkles when I activated that. That's because, as I've said, you don't actually need to be zoomed in order to activate these things. If you happen to know that you can do it, you can just go ahead and do it. So that's what I tend to actually do when I'm playing this normally. Now at the very back of this cave is not 1 mithril sword, but 2 mithril swords, and that would be why I didn't bother buying any. Because now Ark is all nice and armed, and we don't even have to worry about not having the White Slayer equipable anymore, because, well, the swords are better than the White Slayer. For the most part, the White Slayer still deals wind damage. Now to run out of this cave. Thankfully it's a fairly short cave. Actually, Sid, what do you have to say about this cave, huh? Thanks to Tafika's mithril ram, the ship's a whole lot hardier. Well, let's go show that rockin' elf who's boss, eh? Yeah, let's go show it who's boss now that we're done in Kazus, for the most part. You know, aside from fighting this last set of enemies, which I didn't want to do. Stop trying to hurt us, especially Ark. He doesn't really take any damage from you anymore. So the last thing I want to do, well, second to last thing, actually let's go into the inn. As you can see, there's no one stationed who will or make us pay for the inn, so we can just come up here and take a nap for free. So let's get nice and healed up. Just to heal off those 2 hit points that Ark, you know, lost. Second, I want to take a look in the shop, just to maybe pick up a few supplies. Like 2 more eye drops, and 1 more antidote. That should be enough. Sword up. Yeah, that looks like it'll be enough. Now, Moogles. Welcome to Magnet, Kupo. Our service lets you read letters from people you've previously met. Moogles will occasionally, throughout the story, have letters for you that you can, well, read. This one's from Topapa. How are you? Lunith, Ark, how fare you? Is just not the same without you two. Everyone here misses you, and we all pray for your safe return. From Topapa. So that's kind of nice. I will be checking in with these guys pretty much every time I come into a new town. Sometimes, though, these letters will lead you to side quests. Now what's interesting is in the original DS version, I believe you had to actually send like messages to friends who were also playing the game in order to unlock all of these. That's not so in the mobile and the Steam release, which is very, very nice because, well, I was unable to do them back in the day. So, now that we have the airship and we're all set and ready to go and Ramble Rock, I think I'm going to call this an episode. So I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.